Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Folks, we are talking CKB in today's video, but before we get started, hit me up on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I'm dropping news, information, and charts when I cannot make it to YouTube to make a video. Back to TA. We are looking at a weekly chart, and this thing is looking very juicy. We've got some great full body candles moving to the upside, but we do have a lot of wick. So that means the bears are selling CKB back down. We are currently sitting at a price tag of 0.0205, but we might be seeing some sort of resistance right around this 0.0236-ish level when we get there, simply because that is the bottom of an Ichimoku cloud, and this is a thin Ichimoku cloud. So I do think it wouldn't be that hard for price action to really rip through it to the upside. Conversion line is well south of the baseline, and this is heading in the right direction. So once we see this conversion line rip up past the baseline, you better believe that the price action is going to run. So we still have a little ways to go, and this is on a weekly chart. So I think that the easiest point for price action to get on top of this cloud and maybe to set up a retest of this 4.5 cent level is right through here. So we might be seeing something happen in mid to late November where we really breach this 2.5 cent level or really start to climb up to this 4.5 cent level. Just a guess. But with that said, let's look at this thing on a daily chart. So right now on a daily chart, I do think that we might be seeing Elliott wave theory take place, and we can kind of see this based off these impulses here. So we might be seeing CKB kind of do one of these things and maybe come up for a retest of this 2.5 cent level. But on a bigger picture, we can see the inverse head and shoulders. We can see the cup and handle, and we might be seeing another handle form off this cup, which might take us up to this 5th level. So usually we don't see 0.5 too much higher than 0.3. But all of this is contingent on Bitcoin. And in last week's video, I was kind of speculating how it would be nice to see CKB rip through the cloud in this least path of resistance, and it did just that. So that was awesome to see because we were kind of worried at the time that we might be seeing some sort of corrective wave to the downside. So for now, things are looking good on the daily. I do think that we might be in this transitional point from 0.4 to 5 or completing wave 3 to 4 in the impulse of things. So, I mean, we are kind of seeing on a 1 hour chart, CKB is kind of drifting. RSI is still mid-ranging at 46. Could turn around at any time. But we did have quite the sell-off at this 2.5 cent level. So one other thing I wanted to go ahead and do on the 4 hour chart was let's play with a little Fibonacci time sequence. Because everybody likes it when we try to play the guessing game on when things are going to happen. So with that said, we are going to measure a couple different points. And you know what? I'm going to measure this swing high down to this swing low. And we can see that this, in hindsight, alerted us that volatility was about to increase. It alerted us that we were going to see price move. And even looking at this 4 hour chart, we can kind of see this Elliott wave impulse to the upside. So we may have, in fact, already completed that, and we might be in some sort of ABC correction. The rule of thumb I like to do is, if you trade in a 4 hour chart, you sell on a 4 hour chart. If you're trading a minute chart, you sell on a minute chart. But it is kind of nice to look at where price action is on a grand scale of all time frames. So we may be seeing CKB kind of drift back down towards this cloud, and hopefully we can get a jump up above it. November 4th, thinking November 4th, November 8th. We've thrown around November 8th in the past. November 4th might be a big day for price action, but we will cross that road when we get there to see what is going on with it. Right now, folks, CKB is looking good. Let's see where we are at in a extension side of things. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that CKB may, in fact, on a daily chart, may be in fact ready to come back up and retest this 0.0262-ish level. This would be a great level to really complete the Elliott wave theory on the daily chart. So the 126 is a common point for reversals to happen. The fact that it's not that much higher than 3 leads me to believe that the plausibility of this happening would be more or less in our favor. So with that said, folks, I mean, it's looking good. I do think that we will see some sideways trading in between, maybe 0.0183 and 0.021 for the time being, really until we see CKB kind of drift back down towards this cloud. Hopefully we can hold the line and kind of pull off a little handle or something like that. So nobody knows, but this is where we are at. So I hope you guys enjoyed the TA for today. If you guys would please smash that like button and subscribe. It's the easiest way to help the channel out, and I totally appreciate it. You guys have been killing it the last few days. Big shout out to all the Patreons as well. If you're interested in that, it's $3 a month. You get your name, YouTube channel name, business name, whatever you want, up on this banner at the end of every single video. So with that said, folks, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.